Screen. Share. Yeah. Is it visible in a full slide mode? Akshay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Just check. Yeah. Yeah, we will going to continue our session in the first this is actually just trial and error. What we will going to see, because now one of the I can say demerit in the Google it is called in the Zoom meeting now. So we can able to conduct our class now up to like 40 minutes only. Okay. After this one, we need to rejoin again. Okay, so that's the one thing. And also, what is it? This is a trial and error now. If it is success now, we will going to make a videos, and the student who are not able to attend the like class no, if they go to the like all India tour, or if they go to like far away program no, so they can watch the after like videos. Okay, so that's the one thing, that's the main agenda of this one. And also we are I am also getting actually very less time to conduct the like regular classes and all those things. If at all if I free no, they'll make a videos and going to share this. Okay, and yeah, this is trial and error. We're going to see this how it is going to run. Okay, yeah. So now actually we're going to see the we have covered the like major portion in of our like basic forestry. Next actually called as a the crown classification. Okay, so in the crown classification there are actually the questions will be, so what is actually the predominant tree, what's the codominant tree, they will going to ask. Okay, in that one actually we will going to see the like these things. Okay, so and also in some of the questions no, especially I think in the net exam there was a question related to the symbol for the like diseased tree and all those things. Okay, there was a question that was a question. We are going to see how it will we'll going to take up in a in next 2 3 slides. Okay, so the dominant class no, so whenever you see the dominant no, so please remember this is actually on the top, or it's one of the highest tree. Okay, these are all the trees upper having the uppermost leaf canopy. Okay, and the shoots, the whatever the shoots no, leading shoots no, they are free from the adjoining trees. Okay, so that is a one thing which is to defines the dominant. Okay, uppermost leaf canopy tree, as well as what are the shoots no, it will be completely free from the like neighboring trees. Okay, so those actually those are all called as a dominant. Okay, please remember dominant trees. Okay, NANT. Okay, NANT, this is a dominant. Okay, so within the dominant there are the two classification. One is called the predominant and the codominant. Okay, so when you define the predominant, it is actually the tallest tree. Okay, in that crown no, there is a tallest tree which generally determine the general top level of the canopy. Okay, it's the tallest tree. Okay, that will going to define the this actually generally occupy the top level. Okay, that is actually comes under your the predominant. Okay, so this is a basis for the further classification of the further trees. Okay, like codominant, dominated, and all those things. Okay, so please remember in the exam no, they will going to ask you the which is the tallest tree in the in the crown classification. Okay, so that is actually the predominant trees. Okay, so when you define the codominant species now, so there is the we will going to take the predominant as a base. Okay, assume that this is a predominant tree which is having the height of 6 meter. Okay, 6 meter, and this will be base for the codominant. Okay, the codominant trees now, it will be having the 5/6 of the height of the predominant species. Okay, for example, the predominant species having the 6 meter, the 5/6 of is actually the 5/6. Okay, this will be 6 will be cancelled, and this is a 5 meter height. Okay, this is a second highest tree. Okay, first one is called predominant, it's the tallest tree, and 5/6 of the predominant is actually called as a the codominant tree. Okay, please remember in the exam no, they will going to ask you the this value, this numerical value. Okay, the 5/6 of the predominant, that will be called as a the codominant. Okay, so next one is called the dominated. Okay, so that this is dominated. Just a minute. Yeah, so dominated trees. Okay, so that is actually kind of a classical. Hello, someone is Yeah, okay. I don't know who is this one. Yeah, just yeah. So dominated. This is just class. You can say. So generally we'll make it as a second class. Okay. The first class actually dominant trees. Okay. So dominated no. So it will be have three-fourth of the tallest tree. Which is the tallest tree here? The predominant tree is the tallest here. The three-fourth of the like tallest tree, no, that will be called as a the dominated. Please remember, it's a dominated. First one is called a dominant. Okay. So there is a one thing they're not going to ask you the these thing, but they'll go to straight away. They're going to ask you the so what is the how much you can say that like ratio and everything. Okay. So that's the one thing that's a belongs to the class two. Next one is called a class 3 classification, or you can say class 3 count classification. It will be of the half of the like predominant, or it will be of like it will be half to 5 by 8 of the predominant like predominant trees. Okay. And it will be like leading shoots of the trees are overtopped by the neighbors. Okay, that's the one thing. So that will be called as a the suppressed trees. Okay, please remember it's very very important. Definitely there will be a chance to ask this question. Okay, and there will be they're going to play a game in the ratio only. Okay, so that's the one thing. And here now there is a one I can say the symbol is there. Yeah, this is a symbol they will going to ask. Okay, so there is another classification called the dead and moribund tree. Okay, that's actually belongs to the class 4. Okay, and that is actually the trees which are having the bent and or you can say badly leaning trees, no, those trees are called as a like dead and the moribund tree. Okay, please remember this symbol. Okay, it is actually different. It is represented by the small m. Okay, this is actually very important. And another classification is called a diseased trees. Okay, that is having the class 5, and it is denominated by the it is actually denoted in the denoted in the like in a small k. Okay, this is actually very important. These m and k are very very important. Okay, so diseased trees now generally it will be infected in nature, and it will be have it's actually like dead. It will be some kind of a pathogen attack, fungi attack, whatever thing that will be diseased trees. Okay, so these are all the five important I can say crown classification you need to remember. Okay, so in the exam now they will going to ask you the predominant, codominant, dominated, and the suppressed one. Okay, please remember this ratio. Okay, that is the one thing you can able to remember this one. Okay, so that is actually related to your dominant I think like crown classification. If you read one or two times now, that will be I can say you will going to have a good conceptual clarity. Okay, so that's the one thing. That is actually we have completed this one. After this one, there is actually called as a the flowering in the like flowering of the plants and plants. Okay. In this one, no, there are actually that comes under your phenology portion. Phenology means we will going to study the all the 4 to 5 phases. Okay. One is called as a leaf shedding, leaf initiation, flowering, fruiting, and everything. Okay. In that one, actually, they're not going to ask you the like when the teak will going to like there is a leaf shedding, or when the teak will going to have the leaf initiation and all those things, but they'll mainly focus upon the flowering portion. Okay, the flowering period of the teak and teak as well as the shoria robusta. Okay, so for example if you have the shoria robusta here, okay, it's very difficult to remember all the species, but at least remember the like prominent species. Okay, one is a teak as well as the like shoria robusta. Okay, so if you observe the teak, no, that is Shoria robusta, that will be that will going to flower in the month in the month of February to April. Okay, that is the one thing you need to remember. And another species called very prominent species is a Tectona grandis. Okay, so here it's very here you just remember this is a small you can say code word is there for tea for Shoria robusta. You can remember the like February is the second month, and April is the fourth month. I don't know what is who is making noise. Okay, please mute yourself. Okay, I don't know who is this. I don't know. So, yeah. Okay, so 24. Okay, I can remember the 24. 24 for the Shoria Robusta. 24 means 2 is for the February and 4 is for the April. Okay, and if you observe the Tectona grandis, teak. Okay, teak, no, that is actually the June to August or the October. Okay, that is actually the 68. Okay, 6 is for the June and the 8 is for the like August. Okay, 68 to 16 you can remember. Okay, so that is actually it is very difficult to remember for all the species. At least if you remember the like two important species of Shoria robusta and the Tectona grandis with a code word of 24 as well as the 68. That is actually the the more than enough, okay, in the flowering portion, okay. And if you want to remember other species like citrus deodar, you can remember that one. That is the one thing. But they'll focus mainly on the these two important species, okay. So that's the one thing you need to remember. So after this one, now we are moving to the reproduction portion. Okay. So in the reproduction portion, no, main our I can say they're going to focus upon the example for the monoecious as well as the dioecious plant. Okay. So what is the meaning of this monoecious plants? No? Some of the plants, no, where actually we have the both male and the female flowers in the single plant itself. Okay, in the single plant, either it may be in the different flower here or it is within the flower itself. Okay, those actually, but in the same individual we will going to witness the both male and as well as the female flowers. Okay, so here the example is actually very important. One is called a pinus as well as the ab spindro or comes under your the monoecious. Okay, in the single plant we will going to have the both male and female flowers. Okay, and next one is called a dioecious plants. Okay, so dioecious plants, now the one plant is having the male flower and another plant is having the female flower. Okay, you can see here the male and the female flowers are found on the different individual. Okay, so the very one of the very important example is the citrus deodar. Please remember, wherever you find the example of citrus deodar, Abies spindro, teak, shoria robusta, these are all actually very important. Okay, they will going to focus upon these very species, these are very important species. Okay, and also there is salix species. Okay, citrus deodar, Diosporos, okay, Melato's species. These are all actually comes under your dioecious species. This is where there is you can say male is in the one plant and the female flower is on the another plant. Okay, and nowadays now we are witnessing the climate change. Okay, so because of the presence of the different flowers in the different plant, no, like male is on one plant and female is on the plant, no, because of the climate change, no, so there is actually we are like we are observing there's a lack of, you can say, pollination because of the mismatch in the, or you can say asynchronization of the like pollination and everything. Okay, asynchronization of the like mainly the phenological mismatch. Okay, so here the male is for the like which is ready to give the pollen. Okay, but the female flower is not ready for the acceptance of the pollen. Okay, so there's actually mismatch which is happening. That is actually because of the climate change and everything. Okay, so in the climate change scenario, these dioecious plants are actually highly susceptible for the phenological mismatch and everything. Okay, this was actually the one of the presentation in the seminar itself. In our we used to do the seminar in the PhD. Okay, that's what I have in that seminar. No, I have taken I can say climate change risk to the global forest health. Okay, anyhow, if at all if I get a time, no, I'm going to share that. I can say I'm going to we're going to talk on that one. But in that actually one of the case study, no, that says that the dioecious plants are highly susceptible to the climate change. Okay, so please remember this citrus deodar, salix species, Mellitus are the example for the dioecious. Okay, so next one is called as a pollination. Okay, so in the pollination, then our just a minute. Yeah, so we will going to cover the pollination only. Okay, so the pollination, so in that actually they will going to focus upon the you can say which species which actually pollinated by the wind, birds, and all this. Okay, here now if you observe the wind, okay, wind is a pollinating agent for the coniferous species. Okay, so that's the one thing, and also the wind is also the dispersing agent for the coniferous species. Okay, as well as the jubilant species and also. Okay, but this they're going to ask you this coniferous. Okay, coniferous species are pollinated by the which of the agent. Okay, that's the wind. Okay, that is actually called anemophily. Okay, if there's a pollination by the birds, no, that will be called the zoophily. For that one we have three important species. One is the bambax species, buteo species, as well as the erythrina species. Okay, these species are actually pollinated by the birds. Okay, the pollen will be dispersed from one plant to another plant with the help of the birds. Okay, that's the one thing. And also bats are also one of the, I can say, very important species in our ecosystem that actually helps to pollinate the Anthocephalus species as well as the Oroxylon species. Okay, so that is pollinated by the bats as well as the insects. Insects also play a role in the pollination purpose. Okay, pollination mechanism. Okay, that is actually called as the entomophily. Okay, so here, no, this was a Sal, teak, as well as the Dalbergia sisu. Actually, these are dispersed or is pollinated by the insects. Okay, this was a question. there was a question in our scientist B exam. So that there's a question like that: Sol and the teak, they are pollinated by the which of the following agent? Okay, so there is an option of bats, birds, water, and the winds. Okay, so there insects also. Okay, the option, the correct option is actually the insects. These are all the plants which are pollinated by the insects. Okay, so that is actually we have completed the major portion of your pollination and everything. Major portion of your basic forestry. Okay, so after this one, we will going to conclude. We will going to start the canopy density and so the basic portion and also the questions. Okay, uh, yeah, just a minute. I'll go into stop share. Yeah, we will going to end this class, and I think we'll, if at all, shall I going to take the class at what is about 8:50? Is it okay? How many students there? 13 students. Can anyone respond? Soro, can I take the class at 9?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. 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 So we will going to meet at 9 o'clock. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.